make ourselves comfortable in a good sitting position and be mindful of our simple breath. We are all into a beautiful group meditation doing this powerful Anapanasati meditation and gradually going to a no thought state. Being in the breath is the only objective, our only goal right now. Continue to stay with your breath. With each and every breath, dear masters, we connect with our deeper, beautiful self and discover a little bit more about our own beautiful self. We enjoy our breath and we enjoy this wonderful moment of just being our own self. Be with your breath, breathe in this present moment. Feel that beautiful oneness. As you go deeper into this wonderful meditative state. Thoughts may come, thoughts may go. Become a witness of that wonderful thought. Do not get attached to it. witness. Become an observer of your thought. Let go of it as it goes by. Observe as our breath becomes more smoother and more gentle. Observe the rhythm of your breath. Travel along with that cool air which comes inside of you. Feel that energy as each and every cell of your body receives this wonderful, miraculous energy. Observe as your breath, that warm air, as it moves outside of your body, your in-breath and your out-breath become one with it. As we are in this beautiful state of meditation, just feel that oneness between your body, your mind, and your soul. They are in complete, absolute alignment with each other. Feel that energy. Feel that vibration. Just become one with your beautiful internal energy. Last 30 seconds, dear masters. Continue. Observe your breath. Hands on your eyes for a few seconds and open your eyes whenever you're ready with that absolute smiling face. Thank you, dear masters. Hope you all had a wonderful meditation.
Thank you. Thank you, madam, for the wonderful meditation. Thank you all masters and welcome for today's session who have joined all for Ethical and Yogic Excellence Level 1, Day 12. Today, the topic is Right Food Habits. With the humble gratitude of Brahma Spiritual Society movement and humble gratitude to Brahmarshi Dr. Sivanappa sir, I request to continue today's class. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Koteshwara Garu. I extend my warm welcome to all the masters, of today's class for this spiritual science education program. I also thank Ananti Madam for shifting our consciousness to the emptiness in a very short while. Thank you very much, Madam.
Thank you, sir.
And my dear masters, it is the important and essential, and on top of it, it is compulsory. It is not optional for every person regarding performance of meditation or regarding knowing the spiritual science. It's a must. There is no other word, other thought, or other kind of opinion about it. So my dear masters, kindly be serious about our own life. Our life is very, very precious. We cannot be just like that, luxuriously spend and get away without a meaningful life. So in order to bring a meaning to our own life, we must get to know the spiritual science, and which is founded on the yogic practice of meditation. So today's class is also a very important one, in fact, the right food habits. It looks as if, what is this? About food habits, what is the discussion? Everybody knows. And what is there to know about the food? Whatever available to us, we will eat. And what is the greatness of anything else in this? This is how is a normal opinion goes about it, but it is true. My dear masters, there is one more a peculiar secret of food. Our physical body is nourished by food. Yes or no? And without body, there is nothing to do in this physical world. So what is the basis for our life? Our own life, our own physical body is most important. That is the first instrument for us to make our life meaningful. If your body is okay, your thinking is okay. If your thinking is okay, your body is okay. If both you are maintaining, the life will be okay. So the basic principle in Sanskrit, there is a proverb, Sharira Madhyam Khalu Dharma Sadhana. Dharma Sadhana, that means if you want to be a meaningful, a good person, dharmic person, what is dharma? Only being good. Nothing to shoulder anything on your head, nothing. Living our own life in an ideal way, in a non-violent way, in a truthful way. That's it. We are not here to move earth and heaven for that, nothing. Very simple, but we are found wanting in that. That's why all our problems are just before us. We are encountering because we deserve them. Law of karma says, whatever we do, it will come back to us. If we are not happy, means who is responsible for that? Our own habits, our own work, our own style of life. These are only the ingredients of our own making, our own life. It is very simple truth, my dear masters. Very, very important thing, and also. And one more important thing, what I found, many of the lot of education, whatever you see, great philosophers and spiritual texts and philosophies of various aspects, truths, secrets, spiritual insights, or physical various lectures, so much on educative side, so much work is going on, but food is not given proper importance. Regarding food, very less is spoken, very less is written. My dear masters, this is one of the lacuna in our lifestyle. You see, so many books are there, but no discussion about this particular item. Only one exceptional, a legendary book, that is Bhagavad Gita, from Indian soil. It is giving enough knowledge, including food. Fundamental of food, it is described there, a wonderful aspect. People are losing sight of this. He is reminding, food is very important. Don't unnecessarily overlook that. Don't be lazy in selecting the food. Don't be negligible. Don't be foolish with reference to the food habits. Whatever you wish, you cannot put it inside your body. No. In your body, I am staying. You understand? I is staying. And you are insulting me. Whatever you want, you take it. What is this? So the first and foremost duty of every individual to know what is to be eaten, they should know, first of all. So on this, we will discuss a few aspects to the extent what we know. The knowledge is oceanous. Oceanic knowledge is there. How much you read, you go on reading, and how much you do meditation, you will get our intuitions. There is no end for the intuitional knowledge. There is no end for the creativity. There is no end for the things, to come anew. Always there will be sort of awareness on the increasing side. So let us see, I brought out certain slides for all of us. Let us see, okay, by sharing the screen. Yes, my dear masters, I think you have the wider screen to see, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Any of you? Yes, thank you very much. Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement. Global. Here is one of the unique movement. My dear masters, kindly understand this. Working on spreading spiritual science as well as the meditational science. Both are very important. In the spiritual science, you will get to the chapter of food. Everything is covered in spiritual science, my dear masters. We are spiritual, in fact. And it is the science of our own creation, our own origin, our own source of our own self. For excellence in the lifestyle of each and every human being, spiritual science is an essential thing that should be followed. And Pyramid Spiritual Science Academy also has taken the same message and same the target, just to explain in terms of courses, apart from discourses. We have made certain effort to give the humanity in nutshell, okay? The huge science is there. We make it into pieces and small courses for the convenience of everyone. So both these units jointly make an effort to bring awareness on the spiritual science knowledge in the society. And as usual, you people already came to know the three pillars, the three topics, the triad, that is three beautiful systems operating in this universe. That operation is called spiritual science, that's all. So spiritual science is filled up with three factors. And the first one is nobility, making you a loving personality. You know what is loving personality? Just like that, no hating others, enough. Don't hate anybody. You will be landing up into loving everyone, including yourself and all the people around you. This is love, being togetherness. Okay. So this is very, very important. Unity, harmony. Okay. These are all the things are there that make our life, meaningful. A beautiful flower with high fragrance. That is called love. Love is the fragrance. Like that, to a flower, it is like that to everybody's life. And secondly, mental ability we must have. That is called wisdom, my dear masters. What is wisdom? It's not a big issue to understand that. It is simply having no dilemma in the life. Because we are given free will. When compared to all other species in this planet, nobody has got the privilege of having free will, my dear masters. Only human has got special quality. That's why human is superior to all the species in this planet. We are the superior. because we have the free will, which is called wisdom. That means we can choose. While choosing, don't fall in a pit. That is what wisdom is required. That is called understanding what is right and what is not. That much we should learn so that we walk the right path. And third one is we must understand our potentials. Don't discourage yourself that I cannot do like that. Always. Kindly understand who you are. Kindly understand what kind of capabilities you possess. Kindly understand that you are sufficient for yourself, for everything here. You don't need any dependence at all. You don't need any help from anybody. This is the eternal truth. Every person is equally potent. Every person is equally capable of doing his own work. Nobody needs any assistance from others because everyone is same here. All are one. We are all one. Today we may not be knowing, but tomorrow we can get it because we have the potentials to understand, to do it, learn, and everything. Okay. So, my dear masters, all that what is required in this planet to live a beautiful life is that you should understand that you are sufficient for you. You have everything in you. There is no death of any sort of thing in you. When once you are able to stand on your own leg, then you can help everybody. This is all the great wisdom in us. The spiritual science teaches that you are the eternal. Tattvamasi. Svetaketu, you are that. Don't think that you are useless here. No. You are the only useful person here. Okay. And all the humans are useful persons. And all other species will be taking refuge under you. You have to take care of everyone. And you are such a potential person. My dear master, all the three make the spiritual lot, which every one of us should be aware of. Today's topic is under ethical and yogic excellence. Always we should be mindful of excellence in our life. Don't forget the word excellence in our life. We should excel. Be it anything, whether in the house, in the market, or somewhere else, anywhere, wherever you are, you should excel. And come from the scratch, you should rise to the skies. Okay, this is the thing. What is called excellence? Excellence is not that ready-made food for you. No, it is for you to excel from any situation you are placed in. So it is composed of two things. Don't think that only perfection is the excellence. Don't think that if you win the game, you are perfect or you are excellent. No. Excellence has got two components. One is skill, one is the skills, cheerful you should be always, and you should be always skillfully be aware of everything. So you should always skills and smiles you must do. Smiling is the eternal property of a wise person. If only wise people can smile, otherwise nobody will be able to smile. Even if he smiles also, it is not coming from the heart. It only comes from the lips, that's it, for lip sympathy. Okay. Now, in this excellence, we should be excellent in choosing our food. What should be our food habit? In an excellent way, we should delete all that, what is not important from our agenda of our menus of the food. We'll see what is that. Why do we need food? That is the one question comes up whenever you discuss about the food. First of all, we go from the basics of food. From the physical perspective, from a sort of physical sciences, we are all experts in physical sciences, as well as far as the materialistic world is concerned. More into physical science. So we'll see according to that. What is the science says to us, physical science? Role of food in our body and mind. So the food is only touching body and mind, not the wisdom. You understand? Body and minds are there. When food is digested, when any food, whatever you take, is digested, how it is being digested and how it is made use of. Grosser particles, so which are not digestible from your food, they go into the body waste by excretions, it will get away from the physical body. And the middle ones, neither neither grosser nor finer, in the middle. The grosser means not digested, and finer is very well digested. Okay. In the middle, there are certain parts of food which are digested halfway. Okay. Or digested, but they remain not subtle or finer. They are not finer. That kind of food, it will go into formation of flesh and blood in the physical body. So they become part of our flesh. Understand? That is the middle food particles. And lastly, finer and very, very subtle and fully digested. And those food particles, they go and join the cells of mind. Understand? They give the vibratory capacities to the cells in the mind. Finer ones will join the mind at last. What is mind? Mind, as you know, a bundle of thoughts. So it requires some food for thoughts. So it will, thinking starts from there, If you don't take food, no thoughts will be there. That's why we should keep our belly always empty, so that no thoughts also. We should keep the head and the belly also empty always. And that is the point. But we should learn how to make the empty belly useful to us. Otherwise, it will kill us. That is the second chapter. We will see that. Now, as far as this slide is concerned, finer particles of food will join the mind to make brisk thinking. What kind of thinking is none of the business of the food. Kindly be careful about it. It gives the strength, that's it. What kind of food? It does not touch. Okay. It will make a brisk thinking, and it will make a solid physical flesh and blood and everything. Your body growth is assured. Is assured. Followed? Body grows with the mass of flesh. And similarly, which is not digested, it will go away. So the food what we take will be disposed of in the following fashion. The building the body, middle particles of food makes flesh like this. Understand? And mind, it will receive a lot of vibrationary capacity because of the food particles, finer particles entering into the cells of, in the mind, in the brain level. Role of food in thinking process. While thinking also, what happens? Finer particles of food forms a part of mind. That is a thinking process. It happens. As is the food, so is the thought. The thoughts also will be vibratory or less vibratory. If more energy is there, the thoughts can be influenced by dint of physical sciences. It will be influenced. If less vibration is there, then it cannot grasp the lessons from physical sciences, and whatever it sees, whatever mind thinks. So the thinking process will be influenced to some extent by these finer particles of the food what we will take. So that itself will change the attitude, aptitude of the thinking level. So whatever you speak sometimes differs because of the good food. The mind will not get disturbed. If you are taking something undigestible food and all those things, the mind will get hit for that. It will not be nourished and your mind will be disturbed and your talk will be faded away. Okay. You will not have proper sort of behavior. So what you eat is also important with reference to the type of behavior. Your behavior will be definitely influenced by the things what we are taking inside, because some portion of that is going to the brains. So be careful about it. So you should be choosy of what you should take. That is the importance of this slide. Okay. Eatables can change your attitude also. So while eating, your mind is peaceful, it will have a very peaceful vibrationary effect, and your talk and behavior will be very smooth and smooth. Okay, masters. So healthy mind will be there, then healthy body also. As is the mind, so is the body. So the food has got its own role in making your effort, making your life in a meaningful way. As far as the aptitude, behavior is concerned, external things, it will be taken care of. Your talk will be modified, it will be superfined to the extent of your food you take. Okay, masters, and healthy body will be there. As is the mind. Mind is not disturbed, then body also gets no disturbance. The health is assured by proper food. If food is not digested, health will be affected. It is half digested, it is not reaching full nourishment, and its finer articles are not reaching, then your external performance will be affected. Kindly understand this. So food has got its own role in playing the meaningful life of everybody. From the spiritual perspective, we will examine the same kind of food, how it goes on with us. Spiritual perspective. First of all, we should know what is our food in spirituality. The spiritual knowledge prescribes certain things to go the life spiritually. The spiritual life we will be able to achieve. So first, the basics is the kind of food we should understand, what kind of food we should take. My dear masters, we should understand there is only one kind of food in the universe. There is no other food at all. Only one kind of food is there, that is vegetarianism, that's it. That is vegetation. You have leaves, trees, fruits, and everything. No other things are food. No moving things are food for anybody. You understand? And when once we have the facility of choosing right food, and more so we are responsible to understand this fact. And the species which are unable to distinguish what is right and what is wrong, let us not discuss about it. So many animals will eat other animals because there is no choice for them and there is no free will for them. We keep it aside. But as far as a human, as far as we people, we have the facility of choosing the right kind of food, right kind of action. Understand? Right kind of thinking. We have to think what is the right thing. Okay. So there is only one kind of food we should understand, that is called plantation. Greenery plant kingdom serves the whole creation for food. A lot of plantation is there, greenery things. Okay. And what food do we offer to God? That is the question one. The man knows the creator. Who is the creator and how the creation goes on? These are all the aspects of wisdom. So man is wise enough to understand what it is. So with that, we should understand what kind of food, what we are giving to the gods. And food of gods is always, fruits, vegetables. Everybody knows this. There will be certain questions, some people, they give some sort of non-vegetarian, this and that. They are all belief systems. Actually, that is not a food. Where is the question of approving that? So, my dear masters, kindly understand. We keep the belief systems for the decision of the people who are performing that. But we are only from the perspective of the spiritual science which we teach, and we think what is right. That's it. We are not here to stop anything or everything. Okay. We are here to say this is what is said, this is what is not said. And vegetarianism, we offer the God only patram phalam toyam. We offer, patram means vegetables, phalam means fruits, toyam means water. These three things form part of food what we give our own gods, while praying. And top of it, we are all gods, We should understand that we are the spirits. We are not the physical body. We are the spirits. So we want only this much. The spirit will be satisfied with the patram phalam toyam. Yo bhaktya prayachasi. Okay. So this is what gods do require. And we are also gods. We should take same thing. How does it go? You give something to God and you take something else. That's not correct. There cannot be different food for us, because all humans and all species are having what is that we have? We have the same kind of amsha. We have the same spirit in everybody. We are all one. Okay. So that is the reason we should always see for better and right food. Only vegetarian food. And people also question, so many questions will come. Why only vegetarian food? Why so much of humanity is that they are all going the other way? So, to answer this question, we have given some material here. Animal is not a human food. So that is the first kind of lesson. No animal is a food for anybody, because no man is a food for anybody. The similar way, any animal also come to this earth planet as we come here. And those things also, they will discharge their own sentence of life, and they will go back to their places from where they came. Understand? So animals, for that matter, anything, no fish, no other kind of things, or which are in the water bodies or in the skies, some birds or like that, and all these things should not be taken as a food actually. Okay. They also love their own life, like we love. If we eat animal, then human also is described in so many texts as animal. Jantu, noun. We are all described as jantus. That we are also fit for cutting and eating. Okay. So very dangerous proportion will be awaiting humanity if we continue this for a long time. So we should understand as early as possible, stop it. It involves killing of animals, this animal food involves killing of animals, not correct. Killing is violence, unnatural. It's in attracting law of karma. So the law of karma operates. If we do some sort of hurting, to others, we have to reap the consequences of the same type. We have to avoid animal food, my dear masters. Eating dead animals makes your belly a burial ground for them. So this, we can understand it. And we refuse to be killed, so is with animals, no human wants to be killed for food, So is the animal also. Violence against anyone is a crime. Yeah, violence means what? Violence means your right behavior. Your behavior should be not hurting to anybody. When you violate this, then definitely he will be a part of violence. Then it is a crime attracting action. Okay, then you will have to repeat. We cannot afford to be criminal or cruel. That's what we should be able to understand. We should understand that. We should coexist with all creatures here. We should coexist. All are our friends, including animals, all other moving things, all moving species are all our friends. And non-moving things also are our friends. We should treat a tree as our friend. We should nourish it. We should see anything, whatever seen in this planet, with respect and reverence. We should take care of that. You cannot damage it just like that, because it will not retard, it will not go damaging that. We should be friends to all on this planet. So this is the ultimate wisdom, my dear masters. And vegetarianism, we should turn vegetarians and then fruitarians and breatharians. There are the three kinds of people are there, whose food habits are cultivated with them. The vegetarian food means always with vegetation. And fruitarians means they don't even take the vegetable. They only grow, they only sustain fruits on fruits only. Okay, they are always with only taking fruits. That's it. They are called fruitarians. And breatharians, there are certain category of people of utmost wisdom. Only they breathe for food, because that is only required, in fact. The subtle aspect. Whoever understands the basic truth, eternal life, like people who have achieved a sort of freedom from life, who have achieved utmost wisdom, who are these great meditators, who are excelling in spiritual sense, they are all watching, they are all advocating the breatharians food. That is, you have to take the food of air only. That's it. Breathing in and breathing out. All Atmas do that. Okay. And you're also breathing, and you're inhaling and exhaling is happening with us. Okay. So there is three kinds of people. Three kinds of food is available to the humanity. Vegetarians, vegetable and fruit. Fruitarians, only fruit. Breatharians, only breath. Vegans are renunciating animal derivatives also. Vegans, there are another set of people. They do not take even milk. Milk also they don't take. All derivatives, milk or egg or whatever it is, coming from animals, they don't take at all. See, that's a very, very important thing, in the life. We don't hurt anyone, because they think that animals do give milk only for their offsprings, like humans also do for their own children. They don't sell. Similarly, animals also, they keep their own milk with them only. So that is how, they argue, and that is that kind of very, 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 subtle things they are doing it. Curd also they don't take. Milk also they don't take, isn't it? And the source of energy, some animals are vegetarians also. Even in the animal category also, there is a vegetation is there. Animals also are vegetarians. Man eats animal products for energy. There are so many doctors, and these a lot of instructions are there to eat fish, to eat meat for strength and health. Okay. So in that way, man is eating, So with the knowledge or without knowledge, they are all going with that. But some animals, they eat only plants for energy. Animals do not take non-vegetarian food. Some animals do take, some animals do not take. See? In the animals also, there is some sort of awareness is there which go only for vegetarian food. A man eats goat, which is vegetarian. But goat eats only leaf vegetables, See the difference? Energy in abundance comes from meditation, in fact. Actually, we should derive the energy from subtle things. From meditation, we should draw full of energies, unlimited energy. There is a methodology. Only thing is we should have the awareness of that. The animals are friends, not food. So we should know. Okay. And long life is sustainable by chronic food and not material food. Actually, if you want to live, Jisivishet Shatassumaha, that means 100 years of world, then you have to do your physical body is useful and you should do karma with that. You understand? So with the physical body, you can live up to 100 years. And for that, you should take food. Beyond 100 years, physical body will not sustain, but you can sustain. Physical body will be there for those people who do not have actually the habit of taking any physical food at all. So by the practice, they only take breatharians. They breathe pranic food. What is pranic food? By breathing, we take a lot of energy, and by meditation, we get a lot of cosmic energy. What is pranic food? Pranic food comes from cosmos. That is, universal energy is there. No material food. Material food is only a temporary thing. Only for 100 years it is useful. Beyond 100 years, if you want to live, you have to depend on the pranic food. Kindly understand this, my dear masters. And many, many masters in the Himalayas and all those things, and with the knowledge, with the sound knowledge of this kind from Indian side, they do live for number of years, beyond 100 years. They go for thousands of years, only with the kind of pranic food. That's it. They appear and disappear. They appear and disappear. Because the physical body is limited. But the body from souls, they always remain. They can take the physical body at will and they disappear. And they live number of years beyond this physical life. They live the subtle life. With the same body, they appear and they disappear. So many things are going on, and wonderful accounts of all these things are also available. A number of experiences given by great philosophers. It is available there. Let us say, what is pranic food? Can we get energy from physical food? You should tell. First of all, we should understand what the physical food is. We are taking physical food. So what is the necessity of that? What is that we are getting energy or not? That is the question. From physical world, can we get energy? We already answered. Why do we need food? Like that in the beginning itself, we told the physical food can only have the effects. The finer particles will go to the mind and develop the vibratory effect in thinking level. That's it. Not more than that. Attitudes, aptitudes on physical aspects only it can change. Understand? But not at the wisdom level. Not at the spiritual level. Okay. And similarly, middle ones, they go into forming the blood and flesh in the physical body. Yes or no? That is also physical. There is no question of type of life. There is no question of wisdomful life. There is no wisdom part is not there. It's only knowledge part will be served by the food. Knowledge part, that is what is available to the naked articles, objects, so that the mind will be able to think about that. That much only is served by physical food. And beyond that, the thought power will be handicapped, because the wisdom is not served. Wisdom is not derived from the physical food, my dear masters. Kindly understand that. It does not mean that people will not be wise enough, They will be wise so far as the physical materialistic world helps it. That's it. The physical materialistic life, he can be perfect. He can always be perfect with the physical knowledge, materialistic knowledge, with good food from the material side, from the physical food. They'll be quite okay. They think that they are wise enough because they do everything without any problems, right? But at the same time, they lack the kind of kind heart, the kind of cheerfulness, the kind of wide-heartedness, the kind of sweet talk, the kind of cooperation, the kind of unity, harmony. These are all not the physical food or physical matters. Where from they get it? Tell me. So these are not acquired. My dear masters, we are the losers on this front. This is what we should understand. The materialist man is okay. There is no wrong in that. But the other side also we should understand and learn so many things from spiritual science also. Every coin has two sides. One side will do some sort of work. Other side will be the losers. The value of that coin, isn't it? So, my dear masters, kindly understand that physical energy or physical food can supplement you. Only basically it will grow your physical body. 20 kgs person can become 40 kgs person by means of growth in the flesh and blood. That is possible by physical food, my dear masters. And he can retain his health also to a certain extent. You eat even the better food at the age of 80, you cannot improve your body or improve your health. No amount of food will go to eliminate the aging. Sharira has to go down after certain limitation. Yes or no? Everybody, 20 years boy will grow, keep growing. Up to 60 years thereupon, the body has to shrink. It should come down. But you may not change your food habits. You will change even better food also at the later age. But the body will refuse to cooperate. The body will have to go down. It has to shrink because that is dharma. Sharira dharma. Shiryate iti shariraha. Shiryate means it will vanish. That will reverse all the health and it will have to go back on the path of reversion. You understand? First grow, sushti, sthiti, maintains, and then laya. Destruction has to happen. So this is the dharma of the physical body, my masters. But subtle body is not like that. It takes pranic food. And there is no physicality here. And it will live long. So, my dear masters, what is the physical food going to give us? Kindly understand. It will give you health. It will give you longevity. So you can sustain the full life, full length of life. Okay. And you can grow your physical body. Understand? And you can have all physical properties of the body in good state. But the other side of the subtle aspects of wisdom, subtle aspects of sweet character, subtle aspects of wise character, subtle aspect of nobility will be missing. So, my dear masters, for this, what is the course what we have to adopt? See, whatever food he has taken, even he has consumed more also, it makes him sick. Understand? This is also one of the important points. The food is giving you Growth in the physical body means if you take double the size of food, then you will go, whatever energy you have, it will be taken away. And if you fall sick and go to hospital for treatment. Okay. But real energy comes from meditation. Energy from meditation in abundance and no limits. There is no limit for this. Limitless energy, you can get it. So from the physical food, only limited energy we can get. You understand? Confined to the physical aspects only, he will be benefited. That's it. But pranic food, it will have the wisdom as well as the knowledge, both. Okay. Energy food, it is called. Okay. And as you know, in the meditation, what is that we are going to get? Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. That is what Patanjali has defined yoga to be. That means purify your mind, he says. Chitta vritti nirodha. Avoid thinking. So the other day, Brahmarshi Patriji, he has brought out a beautiful concept. What is that? Think less, live longer. A very, very wonderful concept has come from him. A beautiful intuition, a beautiful statement, useful to the entire universe. Think less, live longer. That is what think less means, think empty, that is called meditation. Okay. So you have to reduce the thinking. To go on thinking, it is not going to serve you any longer. Reduce thinking, and that calmness. At least in a day, at least for 1 hour, you'll be calm. Thereafter, you think. So the more and more you are making your mind calm, you will receive a lot of energy. He says, what is that you are going to get if your mind is emptied from thoughts? Then the reply is that, my dear master, if you make your mind empty, then your soul knowledge will go and occupy your mind. The soul will go and establish itself there. The Atma will come and sit in your empty mind and then takes the reins of your life throughout, okay, guide you throughout your life. What is soul? Soul energy is Satyam Gnanam Anantam. That means the truthfulness, wisdom, and limitlessness. These are the 3 qualities that you acquire from the wisdom. That is what we want. That is called pranic food. Meditation energy is Atmic energy, that is breath energy. Okay. Kindly understand that. Food of Atmas. What Atmas do? Physical body we have done. This is the question of only physical life. That's it. It's a temporary life because body itself is temporary. Whatever you food also, you give and take, narration, whatever you do it, at certain level, it will not work. The food will go down automatically. But Atma is not like that. It is eternal. And you are that. Kindly understand that. And why are you thinking of much on the physicality? Okay. So the Atma is there. It is to grow. How? Atma breathes for food. All Atmas are breathing. That's why even all the species in this world, in this materialistic, across the globe, they breathe because Atma is there inside. Because of Atma, the breathing is happening. It is not physical body that breathes, my dear friends. Physical body does not breathe. But because of Atma, the breathing is happening. Kindly understand that. Okay. So that breathing is done for the sake of Atma. Atma will derive all the energies from there. It will take in and send it to and from, What happens? Breath dips in the ocean of the silent energy pool, becomes the passage of energies to and from the soul. So all the energies are derived from the soul and all energies are merged into the soul. See? This is the pranic food is always available in the energy, available with the soul. And meditation is the source of all energy will go and reach the Kundalini. Okay. The Kundalini is the reservoir of the subtle body. Okay. The soul has got one subtle body is there that is called astral body. Kundalini is a part of that astral body. And that will store all the energies received right from the meditation. and from breathing, at both levels. And that will cater to all the life system, making a beautiful gentleman. No solid food, only subtle food is required. That is called pratyahara in Sanskrit, my dear masters. Patanjali has used pratyahara. What is pratyahara? Prati ahara, that is, it is substitute food actually again. Ahara is physical food. Pratyahara means subtle food. Paksha, prati paksha, in Sanskrit, there is one thing, no? When ruling body, when ruling party, and the other one is opposition party. It is like that. But both are parties only. Both are looking for the same target of welfare of the country. Yes or no? So the opposition party is more powerful than the ruling party because it will be always criticizing, commenting, pulling down, isn't it? So pratyahara is more powerful. That is what you have. This sort of food that is called cosmic energy. Okay. Pratyahara is nothing but cosmic energy. This is a substitute food for you. So kindly understand that meditation gives you additional food, and that food is called pratyahara. This is the lesson from PSSA to all the people. Kindly understand meditation is just like that, keeping quiet or giving some sort of thing. It is not like that, or mending your or making your mind calm. It is giving you eternal food. That is called pratyahara. You are forgetting pratyahara is very important. Along with energy, pratyahara is there. Pratyahara is the source of energy, in fact. Say, layers of silence. In meditation, what happens? You will be getting a lot of food like this. See, in beta waves, brain wave into 14 to 30 cycles per second. In meditation, what happens? You are slowing down the breathing in and out, isn't it? The beta waves mean just like that, there is no sound in the externally, just you are just sitting for meditation in a lonely room. There is no other sound. That is called beta silence, okay? Where the brain waves, they will have vibrations at the level of 14 to 30 cycles per second. Human consciousness, you will be aware of everything. Though food is consumed, still feel empty. He is taking a lot of food, again he becomes empty. Okay. So while opening the eyes, you take any amount of food, then afterwards you will get it. You will again want some more. It is like that. In the sleeping mode, you don't take any food, but you will be 8 hours without food, but still you will be more energy once you get up. What does it mean? Whether the food in the sleep is more important or food in the daytime is important. In the daytime, you are taking 3-4 times also, but still you feel hungry. You understand? That's what people say, that you are working on that energy. So even if you work, also, the energy system, it will not give any additional energy to you during daytime. It will give the recoupment of energy. Whatever you have worked, that much of energy you will get it. This is the system. Okay. So you will get that much only, again you will be left with 0. So it is like that. So though food is consumed, you will feel hungry because of that. It is not additional food. It is only recouped food you are getting during awareness. Then you will go into alpha silence. Now from that, you close your eyes and then you will try to connect your mind with the breathing in and out, observing your own breathing, and then you will be silenced. To the alpha. Alpha means 0 silence. And here, your brain waves will come down to 8 to 13 per second, okay? Because this stillness is improving. Stillness. Sometimes you feel hungry, and meditation you will be able to achieve. The spiritual energy, you are ready to now, you are ready to receive at that level, okay? When your calm mind is going to settle. And then after a period of some sort of time of meditation, then your mind has completely become still. Then the brain waves, they will come down to 4 to 7 cycles only per second. And that kind of silence is called theta silence. So this is a divine plan. And there, lot of energy will be secured by you continuously. And you will become noble and no taking any input or food. No food is necessary now. Okay. And you will always sharing everything. Okay. Though you don't take anything from outside, but you will be giving to others. This is a wonderful arrangement. You kindly experience this. You will have lots of things to give. And once you are habituated to this kind of silence. And people find, where I don't do anything, well, how can I give? It happens. But once you are aware, and you will have 1,000 ways how to give to others. Because of this still silence, your intake of intuition will be much more. The Atma will lead your life. A lot of nobility will be there, and a lot of intuitions, a lot of creativity, a lot of ways and means. Just like that, flooding your mind and making you a wonderful personality. And thereupon, further, if you are going into silence in meditation, then divine plan, the brain waves become zero. And there, the loving personality will be the outcome, joyful personality. And then he always goes by the divine plan of divinity. Divinity means Satyam Gnanam Anantam. This is divinity. This is Atma. Satyam means truthfulness. Gnanam means wisdom. And then Satyam Anantam. Anantam means limitlessness. These the three form part of the great values of life. And this is the great wisdom. Okay. And no food, energetic food. This is called no physical food actually. This is called energetic food. Okay. So a healthy life and then healthy body, healthy mind. Okay. All these vegetarians animals are also there with us. And there are so many great men who are vegetarians, Socrates, Plato, Diogenes. We have the photographs here. Socrates, Plato, Diogenes, Pythagoras, Shakespeare, Benjamin, Albert Einstein, Bernard Shaw, a great poet, Gautama Buddha, Mahatma Gandhi. Okay. And their statements are here. Ahimsa Paramo Dharma. Gautama Buddha has given. Non-violence is the slogan of Mahatma Gandhi. Abstaining from killing is good. Paul Karras. Okay. And no killing is there if no one is there to eat. Ramana Maharshi from Indian side. Those who eat meat should break of their habit. Paramahamsa Yogananda. So these are all the great philosophers, they have been advocating. Don't hurt anybody. So no animal is a food for anyone. Okay. And then final message from Mahatma Gandhi is spiritual progress does demand at some stage or the other should cease to kill our own fellow creatures for the satisfaction of our bodily wants. For food, you don't kill Baba. That's what he says. So thank you for becoming vegetarians right now. Okay. So thank you very much. And I will stop sharing. Okay. Now, yes. Now, my dear masters, this is all for all of us today from the point of the subtle food, the vegetarian food, materialistic as well as non-materialistic spiritual life. Now we have these kinds of options, and it is for every one of us to choose the right way of life, right way of food, and then go by that. Okay. So thank you very much, my dear masters. Now it is for Koteshwara Garu to take on.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for today's class on right food habits. So we will continue another 10 minutes if any masters have any questions or if they want to share any thoughts. Okay, sir.
Yeah, Shalini, madam. Yeah, please, you can unmute and you can speak.
Hello, sir. Thank you very much for today's session.
Yes.
I'm a vegetarian only,
Yes.
but there are some, like I'm trying to convince friends also to turn to vegetarian. But
Okay.
they say that if we become vegetarian, then the prices of vegetables will go up. You all. So how do I answer? I mean, convince them.
This is only an imagination. Okay.
Imagination. Okay.
This is not based on any facts or any science. The cost is not like that. If they
Okay.
if they find some rise of prices, then the price of meat also will come down. Okay. It is like that.
Oh,
Something will come
okay.
down, something will be there. So then there will be growth of paddy will be more. See? It is like that. And whatever you wish, it will happen. Understand?
Okay.
Did you follow?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Which way you go, that you will meet. That's it. You will get that.
Mm.
You cannot get the different thing. It is not that if we go there, we'll miss there.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
And
You
and
tell them.
and then
You tell them. Yes.
and secondly, when people live in cold regions like Russia, Siberia, and Alaska, northern hemispheres where there is snow throughout most of the year, how what is the possibility of them turning to vegetarian?
So they have to go for alternative thing. Definitely not an animal. Definitely not. You have to go to alternative things. There are so many things that go according to the seasons as well as the nature of lands. So those things will come to rescue. Okay. Where there is a will, there is a way. You understand?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
everything is available on this planet. Planet is always providing what is needed by the inhabitants of that. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
So they have to follow the way of life. When there is no animal, then what do they do? What do they do? They have to go for some other thing. So the things will arise as and when you find the necessity. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Yes. Then the
yeah,
government
yeah.
will take care of that. It is for the government to take care of that. They will do their own part. Everything will start.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Right habit, that is the criteria here. It is not availability of this and that. Everything is available, provided if you desire. You understand?
Okay. Okay,
Yes.
sir. Thank you very much.
Yes. Yes. All masters have to speak.
May I request Sanjeev Singh ji to speak? He has joined today.
Oh, Sanjeev
So
Singh.
yeah, this is the first session for him. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yes, Sanjay ji. Please unmute yourself.
Namaskar, Sanjeev Singh.
Namaste, sir. Am I
Great.
audible?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes. Great welcome to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, yes. You
Great
tell
to
me.
see all the family.
Yes.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, wonderful session, sir.
Yes.
It is a really wonderful session and very value-adding session. And some things I have some doubts about those alpha, beta, and those states, divine states. Means that is totally thoughtless state is the highest state. There
Yes,
we
yes.
get the highest energy.
Sure, sure. That's what, as and when the calmness goes to higher level, then
Mhm.
things will be happening around the subtlety. Okay. The cosmic energy will make its own existence there. Okay. They'll improve upon the cosmic a sort of abilities in everyone, in the brain waves, the
Sure.
physicality will be substituted by the subtlety.
Sure. These they do meditations only. They get their this energy from meditations only.
Yes, only
They-
meditation. Yes, it is the only methodology that makes a
Okay.
man divine. There is no other methodology. There are so many other methodologies, but they may take time. But first
Sure.
is ultimately meditation. All practices lead to meditation only.
Okay.
Stilling the mind is the ultimate weapon for purifying the human life and gaining his own nature. his own nature.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. That's all.
Yes.
Nice to see all of you, sir. It's really wonderful, sir.
Yes.
Nice to know. Thank you.
Sir, I have a question. Sir, if breatharians can live on air, so why do people die of hunger then? Like, why is there poor people, in underdeveloped countries? Why do why is it shown that they don't have food and they are dying of hunger?
Because
Is it-
they are not practicing the breatharian style of life. You should practice so that you will derive the benefit out of that. Okay. So
Okay.
they should be aware of the practices, benefits there, and they have that style of life should change as breatharian style. Okay. Then they derive the benefit. Just like that, in one day, you cannot become the beneficiary of that. Okay.
Okay.
It's a lifestyle benefits. It is like that.
No. So even if one day there is shortage of food, there is still possibility of us living.
It also depends on the purity of the habit, okay, the intention, and the purity in his mind, that also will form part of the decision of the divinity.
Okay.
Sometimes he may be gifted with a kind of very sustainable health by means of meditation. It will continue. That's it.
Okay.
Yes. He has to make his effort now. First, he should learn how to meditate and suck the energy. Okay.
Right.
Yes.
One more question, sir. Sorry, but Gautama Buddha, when on his path to enlightenment, he realized that going without food won't give him an enlightenment. That's why that lady came and gave him that food, and after that he realized. So is this? So how does those two fit in?
No, that was before enlightenment. After enlightenment, there is no question of his that sort of thinking. Before enlightenment, he said that without food, I cannot get enlightened because he is not able to sit. How can he get it? So that's what he felt, and he used to take food. Then from there, he started doing meditation very much, and again he went into penance. So the meditation has to be continuously done. So he went seriously. And at last, he also again went into Hungary and all those things. He experienced all those things. And he became very lean also. It's all right. Then sometime, every day it used to be done like that. On some day, for 3 hours continuously, he sat and he got enlightened. That's how the story of Siddhartha is there. Okay.
Oh, okay. So only enlightened people become breatharian. Is that how it works?
By the practice of meditation, they become that.
Okay.
Enlightenment is a long process. Enlightenment will happen at one time or in the course of a time. Okay. So the practice is continuous. We should be done. And the enlightenment is a question of occurrence out of that. Enlightenment will happen when it matured. Okay. It is like that.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
In this regard, I just wanted to share one incident which really happened sometime back, maybe 2 years back. And it was also published in Spiritual India regarding this. So there was one like football team from, I believe it was from China. So it was below 18 team. So they were trapped under a landslide. See, all the children and the coach was trapped. They were trapped inside the that building or that place. So
I remember that.
They did not have. They did not had any access to go out and anything. Even they were not getting the sunlight inside. So the coach was a little bit aware of this. He was earlier he learned some Buddhist technique from Gautama Buddha. So he taught the Anapanasati technique to their these students there, and they practiced this meditation for next 2 weeks, and they were able to survive without food or water for continuous 2 weeks. Then later on, they were found by the government. They brought them out. So at that time, entire world were focusing on them, like how they were able to survive. So the coach told them that we were practicing the Anapanasati technique of meditation when we were trapped in that landslide.
Yes.
So this is how and this showed that practically we can survive with the Anapanasati technique of meditation, or what Sir was mentioning about the breatharian
Yes,
kind of
they should be.
food.
Yes.
So they have practically shown like it is
Sure.
possible. So,
Yes, breatharians are, number of people are there as on today in the Himalayan caves, many people are there, breatharians. There's so many things, so many people practicing that. Can you tell me whether without breathing, if you take food, can you survive?
no.
No.
And then you are telling,
No.
then what is the food there? Food is not going to give you the life, The fundamental thing should be there, that is called breathing.
Right.
So the food is to be aided by breathing. You understand? Without breathing,
Understood.
food itself will not be able to give your life. So your life is made out of breathing. Then when food is not there, what happens? You have breathing, no? Nothing happens. So you will continue. It is the breathing that gives the energy to live. It is not the food. Food is for only growth. I told you already. Food is for making you a sort of from boy to adult to old age. That's it. That is all done by food. It is not giving you any kind of other facility to you. No. You got the point?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It is all the breathing that makes you hale and healthy.
Sir, for growing children, till what age should food be given importance to them?
It is by the practice. If you give a lot more, he will be always wanting a lot more only. If you give only a small quantity, he will go with the small quantity throughout the life.
Okay.
It is a habit that makes your body according to that. That's it. So it should be moderate. It should not be either excess nor short. Okay. Always that should be there.
Okay.
Why? Because that it should bring the division of cells in the physical body so that your body should grow. No. For that, we should give food to your child. Only to improve his size and weight. He will not get any wisdom from there. No. He cannot be a good boy by means of food. Okay. He can only see and learn better. That's it. See and learn. Whatever the other person does, he will copy that. That is all what the physical food, make him aware. That's it. Not the subtlety. Not the subtlety. He cannot acquire the kindness. No. So here what we want, the breathing is very important factor. If he is aware of his breathing, then it will give him spiritual as well as physical benefits. He will see and learn, and he will also have intuition for himself. He will tell on his own everything. It is like that. That's how Buddha started giving a lot of sermons. And when Muhammad is there, no? He was illiterate. He went into a cave and he came out after meditation and he gave a lot of directions to the humanity. And many people got surprised how this fellow is speaking like that. It is all like that. So the breathing is giving enormous divine intuitions. Why? Because they all occupy the brains in total. Otherwise, your brain will be zero. People without meditation, they use their brain only up to 2%. That's it. Because it is empty, there is nothing is there. If you do meditation, the full brain can be used. Then the man will be on both sides, physical side as well as spiritual side. He will be a complete personality. He will say what is right and what is wrong, everything. And he will not copy things because he has got spiritual aspect of light in him, in the brains. Okay, Master.
Okay.
Good thing you are giving a good question because everybody can have the benefit of information.
Sir, some information on garlic also will help, sir. How is it? How it affects our spirit and mind?
So the garlic is found to be a good food as well as a sort of energy giver. But in the methodological side, on the spiritual perspective, it is not recommendable. It is demerited, in fact, because that was used by some sort of mythological personalities towards the bad end of the lives and all those things. And okay, so that is not necessary for the humanity. That's what they decided. You catch hold of the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, one book is there. You kindly go through that, or go to internet and question. It will give the answer. Okay.
Sir, again, can you mention that name again?
Instead of my telling, better you go through.
Right. Which book is that, sir? Again.
Hatha Yoga Pradipika. Every one of you kindly see through that book. There they have given the reason why they are not recommending the garlics.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Nice of you, madam.
Sir, one question I want to ask, sir.
Tell me, sir.
Sir, why mushroom is this is not advisable?
See, mushroom is not actually coming. It is a kind of thing as a plant. It is coming, okay, but it does not have the qualities of the plant. That is the reason it is neglected. That's all. So people do not. It is not doing any harm, but it doesn't have any utility value. People will take it only for the sake of taste. That's it. Otherwise, nothing is there in that.
But nothing wrong in taking, right, sir?
No, but it is no value is there. That's why they don't recommend that. In spiritual side, it is not recommended. Okay. So you can also see that in Ashtanga Hrudaya is there. One book is there. Ashtanga Hrudaya. Kindly consult that. You will get the reasons also they have given.
Okay.
Yes. Because it is for individual discipline. It is okay. So what is to be done, we will give. What is not to be done, we don't give.
I've seen on videos in.
Yes, madam. Tell me.
I've seen in videos how mushroom is grown. It is grown in a garage, like in a room where there is no sunlight. So and it is grown on it is a fungus. Actually, mushroom is a type of fungus, and it is grown in a dark room where there is no sunlight. So that's why it doesn't have any energy or the sunlight.
It doesn't have nutritive value at all. Okay, that's what written in the books. Okay, so it is not recommended. You can go into Ashtanga Hrudaya, that will explain the qualities of every plant, and this also is there. Okay, kindly go into
sir.
that.
Thank you, sir.
Nice. Further, what, Nanaji?
Sir, that is my question only. I only ask, sir.
Oh, okay.
I only, because to convince my children, I don't take mushroom, but to convince my children, I don't have any words to say.
Yes, fine.
So, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Nice of you. What is Jyoti? Jyoti, madam? Can we hear from you? Jyoti ji, she's there? Not there.
She's not there, I think.
Okay, Venkatraman ji. Oh, that's why, you know.
Hello.
Ah. Yes, madam. Go on.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but I don't have any doubts because I've searched about this. I'm vegetarian from birth because of my parents. So
Very good.
thankfully, yes, sir, that's it.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Fine. Fine. Yes. Nice. Okay. Now you can advise others also to be on the safer side. On vegetarian, on the food front, everybody should be educated. That's it. It is
Sure,
not
sir.
that they should become, but your advice should be there. That's it. Don't insist on them again. Give advice and
Yes,
forget
sir.
about it. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Nice.
Yes,
Oh.
Venkat. Now you can speak. Yes.
No, sorry, I was not there in the seat. That is why I came back.
Venkatramanji. Okay. Welcome,
That's
welcome.
good. That vegetarian and for hours, actually, just want to share with that. For hours, even onion and garlic also we consider it as non-vegetarian food. We put those things also there, so that I don't know for what reason we are there. On auspicious days, garlic is totally forbidden, and onion on some special occasions on auspicious days it is totally avoided. For so there is no question of non-vegetarian in our side there. So better is that actually you can make it a very good session on enlightening the people to take more vegetarian. Now Westerners also they are adopting the same technique now.
Yes.
They're coming back to the vegetarianism. So it's very, very good to have that.
Good. Yes.
Nice session.
Yeah. So we should start working more and more, So something will happen. So any master? Supraja Narayan, who is there?
She has just joined, sir, for next session, I believe.
Okay. Fine. Then you can take a call.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for today's session. This we will conclude. We will come to end for today's session, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, that's what we wish that every one of us, at least should advise one person every day. That's it. So there will be a lot of work will be there on this front. And a lot of life will be saved. When some countries are there without vegetarian food at all. So many countries are there, not some. Many countries.
I didn't know that. Which countries?
There is no vegetable market also. There is nothing.
No, actually, sir, just want to share with you something on this. Can I share on that?
Venkatramana?
Yeah. Just want to share. Actually, one of my boss actually he went to Japan. There he was asked for a cup of because he's a vegetarian. He asked for a because everything was completely non-vegetarian. He asked for a rice. At least give me some. So what they did, they seasoned the rice along with the shrimps on the rice itself. It is a method of serving the rice at all.
Okay.
So we can't find any vegetarian there in Japan. This is their main thing is even vegetarians like that only. Even they consider it as shrimps as a vegetarian. That is a base one. They don't know what is the meaning of vegetarian at all in Japan.
Yes, that is a habit. Seeing and learning. That's it. Seeing, learning. That's it. Whatever they see, they do it. Copying. That's nothing more, nothing less. So we have to educate the people and we have to work for that trend. Okay, we keep on telling. Let us see what happens. Okay.
That's surprising that they are also Buddhists, right? They also meditate, but surprising how they didn't realize.
Yes, a lot of in the Buddhism also there are so many non-vegetarians are there. Okay. So actually they should learn from their own teachings, So they are not because the whole universe, he will quote other person, Everybody quotes other persons, who are eating, So it's all right, fine. If somebody does, another person will do it. It is like that. Copying is going on. With all sorts of wisdom, people are not able to control their mind. Okay. So that is all what is where the enlightenment also, the pseudo enlightenment. Actually, they know so many things, but they could not implement. What is the effect is that implementation side, people have, they are found wanting. That's it, not more than that. Okay.
So then the soul actually knows that it is that vegetarian should not be eaten. The soul, does the soul know? I mean that meat should not be eaten.
100%, but they do not know that they are the souls. They don't connect to the soul. That's why they don't get that information from their own soul.
So the soul, when he decides to take birth in a non-vegetarian family, he knows he knows what he's getting into.
No, but before coming to this Earth planet, they will have to decide where to go. So they decide to go into a non-vegetarian family to experience how his life will be there and what he should do there. So he will take birth there and start doing his own work, either advising them to become this and that, or whatever their sketch of life, that they will experience. If they don't do perfectly, then again he will have to take another birth to give the same kind of teachings. Till such time he learns, he will keep coming to this. And after coming over here, and they forget about their past lives, and to have a link over the previous, the blueprint, what they have come with, they have to link themselves to the soul. Soul knows everything right from all the past lives. But if they don't link themselves into their mind to the souls, then they will not get that information. That's why they lose the track of their life and keep coming into the cycle of birth and death. This is how it happens. You kindly wait for level 2 course, where we will give you the information on the reincarnation.
Oh, can't wait for that course, sir. Very eager to do the level 2 now.
We will do it here also, no problem. It will come because it is a kind of subject. It cannot be just like that. You cannot give abruptly. We cannot discuss that. Okay. So everything is linked to. Okay. So
okay.
When once we are discussing in that course, you will get all this information. Okay. Nice.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Nice.
Shrikant?
Yes. Next. Any master is there?
Yeah. Just I wanted to add a few points here. I can this thing on Buddhism. Like there are two paths in again Buddhism. One is Mahayana and second is Hinayana. Yes. So one segment they believe that you can take you have to take only vegetarian food. There was another segment which believe that you can also take non-veg. So that is how this all segment came after the when Buddha took the enlightenment. After that, these two segments came, and it is how like a few people, those who are into Buddhism also take non-veg. This is what Osho describes in his book called Die, O Yogi, Die. So if you refer that book, so there is a mention of these two segments.
Any master, they never ask them to form Buddhism at all. Buddha never told you put Buddhism there.
Yes.
He only told that ahimsa, that's all. He went after ahimsa, non-violence, that's it. So everybody has to follow. But followers, they only worship the Buddha, but not his knowledge they are not receiving. It is like that. You see, everyone is like that. Nobody says you do wrong things, but everybody does wrong things. Okay, it is like that. So it is depending on the law of karma of their own. Buddhi karmanusarini. Okay, so that is the law of karma is prevailing over the Maya, all the humanity. Otherwise, you cannot control. That is the reason philosophers, they keep telling, but no changes are coming up. So now, to bring upon the change, okay, we have to go for implementation, because implementation is not taken care of by the philosophers. This is what precisely we understand. They keep telling, giving coaching and everything. They keep the naked truths, but there is no mechanism whether it is implemented or not. So that is the reason, the society could not take the benefit of the sayings or the teachings. So we had to now concentrate on the implementation side. So whether people are following or not, why they are not following that, then they should be questioned. They should be made aware of that. So slowly we have to come to implementation side. That is what Patriji is now trying to. Okay. He is only giving the required lesson. That's it. And ask them to do that. He is not giving so much. He is only giving the only one truth he is giving and ask them to follow. That's it. Do meditation, everything will happen. Okay. But people do not do meditation and everything they will be doing it as on today. Okay. Either in the Buddhism or in the Jainism or in any ism you take. The practice is lacking. And the teachings are just followed the other way. Okay. Followers, they should move on this front to change themselves and bring upon the truth into implementation side. So this is all what we have to do. Okay. Okay, fine. Any more?
Yes, friends, and like
Yeah.
tomorrow and day after tomorrow, there will be sessions again. I mean, tomorrow and day after tomorrow also we have the sessions, and the last session we will have on Thursday. That will be the last session. That is the 15th day of PSSA Level 1 course. So I request all the participants to join tomorrow's and day after tomorrow's session as well. Okay. That's all from my side. Over to Koteshwara.
And in the meantime, Koteshwara Garu and Srikantji also, you get prepared for the question paper and method of examination. Okay.
Yes.
You can just take from other masters and do it. Okay. Koteshwara will take the initiative and so Srikant will help that. Okay.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Nanaji Garu also are there. So you try to get ready for the day, after 1 day after the completion of the course. The next day we will keep the examination.
Okay. Yeah.
Suppose it is happening on Thursday next, as you say, then Friday will be the examination.
Yeah.
Is okay?
Yes.
I think better to keep.
No. Give some time, sir, to prepare.
It is, okay, you can take, you decide and tell us. We'll declare, you declare on the.
Yeah, we will declare the dates on the WhatsApp group.
WhatsApp.
For those who are, WhatsApp group, we will declare.
So, master, my dear masters, the examination is not that much serious. It is only a question of revision. They are all multiple choice questions, and they will be realizing, that they will be feeling a sort of cherishing thing, They'll be feeling joyous of knowing that how much you have come to know about this sort of science. Okay, so everything, it is a recapitulation paper. Actually, we have given the answers, not questions. That is the essence of this question paper. Okay, so it will be nice for you to answer and get ready for that. All the slides, you can go through once. You have the slides with you, isn't it? So that we will do it in the next week. Okay, fine. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Yeah, with this we will conclude our meeting, sir.
Yes.
Okay, we'll come to
Srikant.
Yeah.
Somebody is asking.
Venkat.
Yeah, this actually, did you any decision has been taken for the weekly classes? We have.
Yes, it is taken. I will speak to you regarding this separately. Okay.
Okay, right. No, just wanted to just because I casually asked.
Yeah, sure. It is taken.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay.
Right,
okay, then. Yes. Okay, nice of you. We'll close